statistic that you can use over the phone. It's a major statistic. One medical event is the #1 cause of bankruptcy in the United States. One medical event. And out of that, 60% of the people in bankruptcy due to the one medical event had health insurance. They had health insurance. Now, let's discuss that real quick for sales. If the #1 cause for bankruptcy is only one medical event, just one, not multiple, just the one, and 60% had health care, why do you believe people still have monetary issues if health insurance is supposed to protect their financial interests? Okay, Sava says wrong plan. What?
They have what they want, but not what they need.
They have what? Oh, very good. They have what they want, but not what they need.
They can't afford to invest in themselves.
Can't afford to invest in themselves. What?
They're not informed about the plan they have.
Not informed about the plan that they had. Okay. Anything else? I'm sorry?
I don't think anything would happen to them.
Nah, we all think we're Superman. Nothing will happen to me. It's okay if I get this piece of crap. What else?
They were too worried about what other people have as opposed to what they need specifically.
Another great answer. They were too worried about what other people have instead of what's in their best interest. Beautiful. What?
Uneducated agent that put them on the plan they didn't know anything about it.
Okay. How about a shady agent that put them on a plan that they were deceptive about?
They didn't know what questions to ask.
They didn't know what questions to ask. They
You
only...
didn't pitch the story to them as far as why you would need to go with this plan. They didn't
Beautiful.
picture.
Everything was beautifully said. So what Sean said was leading to the meeting of what again? Quick?
They have what they want, but not what they need. They want something
Yeah.
cheap
And it builds into everything everybody else said, which goes into the friends, the neighbors, what other people have, what the agent told them to do. Why do we get in this position? Because we want something that other people have, or we want something in which we're told is going to be good without knowing the what? The details. Because as human beings, which is proven with this stat, we don't give a shit about the details. Or we really don't want to think about them. We don't like to think about consequences. Ever. No one reads the fine print. No one. I just opened up an underage Roth for my daughter this morning. 10 pages. What do you think I did on an e-sign?
Scroll down and sign. Didn't even read.
Now, I didn't scroll down. What do you do on the new e-signs? What?
It says sign here, and you just click
You
on
just click next, next, next. Why isn't it going through? Did I forget one? You don't scroll through to go read where you didn't sign. You scroll through to go see which one you didn't sign. Because at the end of the day, you don't what? Give a shit. You just want it over. Think about that when you're on the phone. So now in sales, every salesperson understands this for the most part. For the most part. And then we want to get it over with faster than the consumer. And the consumer wants to go through enroll and enroll, compel, right? So we just want to be compelled just to get it over. If we want to be compelled to say, okay, yes, it's good for me. Yes, it's going to work for me. And isn't that the salesman's way? Yes, this is going to be perfect for you, because that's one of our power statements. Mrs. Jones, this is perfect for you. Now, what are you supposed to say to have backup? The justification. Very good, Hugh. Right? Because there's a phrase out there, and it's called NOAM. Does anybody know what it stands for? Guess who I'm calling on? Hugh. What does it stand for? First one.
Want.
No. Starts with an N.
Needs. Needs. Wants. Action. Motive.
Who? NOAM. There's two A's.
Needs.
Is there an authority in there? Is there an authority? Did you call Shane?
They couldn't get him.
You better call him now and fucking answer it. So the first part, as he was trying to do his research, that I told him 15 minutes before the meeting that he didn't do. He could have Googled it. But we have the needs. So we understand consumers have needs. We have needs ourselves, right? You guys are sick of hearing about the word. But we have needs versus wants, kind of like the football competition right now. What's more important inside of a sale for you? For you. For you. Which one's more important, guys? It's right here. Just 2 words. Huh? The wants. Very good, right? Because we want to get the sale over with. Which is more important for the consumer? No, the wants. Now, we don't care about our needs. We really don't. If you guys wanted real substance, you would never eat a hot dog again. You would never eat pretzels again. Never eat potato chips. All the shit that everybody enjoys in life, you would never have again. You would be eating kale chips. It's the reality of it. That's your substance. But we want those other things. But we need the latter. But we have to be sold that the latter is going to be what? More beneficial, taste better, and all these things that signal our NOAM. That Hugh's still trying to go fucking figure out. It's our job as salespeople to influence a consumer that the need is the want. Because you have to sell people on the wants, but you have to convince them that they want the need. And that's the difference between a closer and a regular salesperson. A regular salesperson takes the need as a benefit. Whereas people, just like myself, we don't give a shit about that. We want to get it over with. I want to know the end result. A Roth, oh great, I can grow money. How? Tax deferred for years to come. Not have to worry, sit up for retirement. That's all I care about. Oh, what about the 1% fee and the fee for this and the transactional for that and $100 off this and you can't invest in that. This is the max that you can do per year. Oh, I don't go look at that. I only look at my end result. And that's your consumer. But as a salesperson, we have to sell them on the end result of that plan due to that stat once again. Because if people are going bankrupt for one medical event, and that's the #1 cause in our country, shouldn't we be letting people know? Shouldn't we let people know, hey, listen, that bronze plan that you're looking at for $0, it's probably not going to be good for you because, guys, bankruptcy doesn't mean millions of dollars, does it? What does it mean? It means that the common person who has maybe $3,000 inside of a savings account, maybe, they're not like a lot of others. Average person, $3,000, even less. Most people live paycheck to paycheck with no money inside savings. You guys have to become aware of that we're all different. But the average, they struggle. So when you have an event with a deductible of $10,000 and then a coins of another 10 grand, now you're 20 grand. You're in medical debt because you have to go pay that. So now you say, well, how do they, get into bankruptcy? Well, now, this poor person, knock on wood, God, man, fucking knock on wood over here, guys, just had cancer. And now they have to go through what? Chemo. They have to go to a certain doctor, a certain facility. Or maybe they just want to go to that facility. It's the only one that's going to save their life. The medication, how much does that medication cost on top? All of a sudden now, the medical bills start to stack up on top of the deductible that they couldn't afford. Then what happens when you can't afford to pay your deductible? They don't cover your hospital, guys. All of you think that. No, you're responsible as an insured to pay for the first portion. And if you don't pay it, they're not going to pay the rest. They're not going to go, okay, we'll cover the rest. Good luck with that. They go, well, wait a minute, you're not paying the deductible, the hospital goes after you, we can't treat you until you pay your bill. All of a sudden now you got to go look for the free shit. Well, who's going to give me treatment? Instead of everyone getting prepared before it happens and looking for the right plan. Being told the right plan. All right, well, Mike, what is the right plan? Well, how about us spending, $5 a month for a silver? How about that to go lower their out-of-pocket and giving them a more open access network? How about that? How about telling them, hey, health insurance used to be for a family $1,000, $1,300 a month. Matter of fact, Mrs. Jones, the group that I have at work for my family is $1,500, and that's with the company covering half of the cost. Health insurance ain't cheap. Obamacare made it cheap, and they made what cheap on it? The benefits. We have to pick a plan that's going to be beneficial to you, that doesn't go against you. You can't just hold a piece of paper and say that you're insured when you're really not. I could go sell you one of those programs, but you know what's going to happen? God forbid if something really happens? Not good things. Not good things. Other agents will tell you that you're fine, but I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that you will be, because you won't. You tell me if you have $10,000 to go spend on the deductible right now, and then I'll give you that plan. I don't care. That's cool. But if you want to spend $5 a month, I can go lower in half. That's it? Yeah. Other agents don't want to tell you that because they want to get off of the phone with you. I want to be here for you from now and years to come. And the only way I can do that is being honest. Giving you a plan that's going to work for you instead of against you. Does that make sense? I'm not scared to tell you about the cost right now, which is an illegal word in sales, Mrs. Jones. I'm not even supposed to say it. But I tell all of my customers that because I want you to stay a customer. Does that make sense? Now, Mrs. Jones, that one medical event that can bankrupt you, this plan can save you from it. United Healthcare offers one of the most extensive networks available. Now, you tell me if I'm wrong in saying that you rather be with the number one health insurer rather than the last one on the totem pole. Well, of course I would. Exactly. And guess what? They're both priced the same. Isn't that crazy? Well, why do people tell me about the other one? Why don't they ever tell me about this? Because they're scared. They're scared because they don't want to lose a sale over the phone, even though they never gained one. Does that make sense to all of you?
Yes.
What do you think is another medical stat that you can use over the phone to deal with bankruptcy? Mel? No one?
Prescriptions?
Heart attack.
Huh?
Heart attack.
Prescriptions, heart attack. Okay, keep going. Give me a stat.
The average heart attack costs over $300,000, Mr. Jones. Obviously, you want to be protected when, God forbid, knock on wood, that were to happen. Am I right?
Okay. Waiting on Michelle to get a clue and read it. Any day. Any day.
Reading.
Come on, Michelle. You could do it.
Wait, which one am I reading though?
Man, Salva.
Oh. Every deductible network and drug tier we explain or fail to explain shows up later in real dollars and real pain. That's why professionals win in this business and amateurs get exposed.
You guys ever tell anyone what the average deductible is inside of the industry? Do you guys know? What's the average deductible right now on the bronze plan?
10,000.
What?
9,800.
$9,800. Close to 10 grand. What is the max out of pocket on one of those plans?
10,600.
Is it? Thank you, Shannon. What is it for a family?
21,000.
$21,000, Sean?
Yep.
You guys ever feel like giving that stat out to somebody? You ever say to somebody when you're going to switch them and you guys are moving their plan, Mrs. Jones, were you aware that this other agent put you on a plan that has a $21,000 deductible for you and your family? Is that something that you asked for? Is that something that you wanted? Because the level that they chose for this $0 premium, quote unquote, Mrs. Jones, that's your out of pocket. It's $0 now and a whole lot of money later. I don't know about you, but that don't sound right. That's like selling somebody a car for $0 and when you go fill it up, you got to pay 20 grand at the pump. That ain't right. Well, I didn't know that. Well, you know it now. What about another stat, Michelle? Next one.
Healthcare is the only product we sell where one bad decision can financially destroy a family overnight.
Mrs. Jones, the one bad decision that you and I make on the phone today can destroy you and your family overnight. One bad decision. And that bad decision is purchasing the wrong plan. Because according to NOAM, Hugh, what does it stand for?
Net.
Hugh, what does it stand for?
So it's net
No, it's not. Not at all. Q, what does NOAM stand for? Did you call Shane yet? No? Jesus. Q's being put on the spot today, and he's failing miserably. Guys, you have your needs, you have your wants, right? And then you have another A in there. Authority, right? Okay. So we have the needs and the wants of a consumer. Now, again, you have to sell the need as a want. You have to make them want that need, where the need is a lower deductible, a better program. Okay, very fucking simple. What else do you have to make them want? What else do you have to make them want? Say it. Huh?
Feel covered?
Feel covered, secure, okay? You guys buy health insurance, right? Okay. Fucking think. What else do you need right now? What is the best way to sell somebody? How about,
Put yourself in their shoes.
yeah, how about that? Okay, great. Now, how would you feel if that plan didn't work for you? Who in here has a family member that's undergoing medical issues right now, and all you do is pray to God that they're going to be okay? Of course. Well, praying don't make them okay. It may help with the energy, but it doesn't make it okay because that situation happened. You can't pray for a past event never to occur. It occurred. Do you understand that? The car hit the wall. The condition developed. Now we have to solve it. Now we have to solve it. So how do you solve it? Again, with the want, you have to go put them in your shoes, not you in theirs. How do you do that? Come on, wake up. Huh? Huh? Yes, create a reason to buy. Very good. I said put them in your shoes.
Tell them about your
Very good.
past experience.
Very good, Brett. Say it again.
Tell them a story about something that happened to you.
Because no one wants to what?
Nobody wants to
No one wants to think about their situation. They want to be heard about the situation, but they don't want to think about the situation. They just want the situation solved, so you have to solve it through your story. How do you do that? Well, if you know that they have something going on, you have to go what's called aligning, pacing and leading with the client. Write down pacing and lead, pacing, lead. So last week we went over mirroring, Vic. If you guys don't have a pad and pen, I would get one unless you guys are super creative and you have recorders inside your head. So pacing and leading is what? You have to now start to mirror that client by taking in their tone, backing up, and then lead the conversation how? You can't go tell one of those stories on an upward level. You can't go make them hear their fucking situation in as excited fashion. Now all of a sudden you have to backtrack to go sell them on the need and develop it into a want through your story, talking about shit, I'll use my mother. Mrs. Jones, growing up, I thought my mother was Superwoman. This woman never went to the doctor. I swear to God, she never did. She brought me to the doctor. Shit, I had the sniffle all of a sudden. I'm in an emergency room. I know that. My mother took care of me. But her, no, she didn't care about herself. She put me first. I don't know if your mother was like that, but mine was. But then all of a sudden the roles got reversed as I grew up. All of a sudden now I'm taking care of her for the last 20 years. Not due to medical, just due to every other reason that you can imagine. And I became very close with her. But still, I thought her a superwoman. Nothing would ever happen to my mother. She was never on medication, never had a medical condition. She ate right, exercised, always fit. Until one day, I tried getting a hold of her. She didn't answer the phone. I said, what the hell's going on with this? I said, maybe she found a boyfriend. I don't know. I gave it a day. She still didn't call me back. What's going on? And all of a sudden, I got a phone call 12 hours after that. So 36 hours into this, I get a phone call, and I hear this aching over the phone and heavy breathing. And I said, what's going on? Where are you? I'm on the floor. I said, you're on the floor? Mrs. Jones, it felt like a TV commercial where they put that medical alert thing around your neck. I said, but I got the call. I got in my car, I got over there, and Mrs. Jones, probably within 5 minutes for a 30-minute drive. Found her on the floor. All of a sudden now, she's propped up against the counter. What happened was, she fell down the stairs, and she broke her hip, and no one was there to even know. Her cell phone was in the kitchen. She was hurt so bad and knocked out for a whole day. She didn't even know where she was. Now, Mrs. Jones, she's on Medicare. Luckily, I sell health insurance and I sell Medicare supplements. And I got her United American, one of the best. So in my head, I'm thinking, all right, I'm covered. We're good. I got to get her the best treatment as possible because it's your mother. What else would you think? I'm going to bring her to what? The next Medicaid place? No. You say to yourself, who can I call that knows the best doctor for this? And at the time, I didn't even know it was the broken hip. I just knew she fell down the stairs. But this is what's going through my head. Mrs. Jones, it wasn't, hey, Mom, are you okay? It was, what the hell are the next steps? Now, I just think differently. So I picked her up, and all of a sudden I hear the scream. I said, something's really wrong here. But I got her into the car anyway. My mother toughed it out, and I put her in that passenger seat. She refused to go to the doctor, refused to go to the hospital. She said, just put me in the bed. I said, no, you're coming with me. So I took her to my house, and I carried her again, kicking and screaming. Tears running down her face, and I put her into bed. And my wife comes up to me and says, she broke her hip. My wife's in the medical field. I said, nah, there's no goddamn way. My mother's a fucking Wonder Woman. There's no way this woman broke her hip. I said, she's fine, she's bruised. Well, I'm told by the wife, taking her to the hospital, so that's where I went. Broke her hip, she was in emergency surgery 2 hours later. Mrs. Jones, what happened was I'm the one filling out all the medical docs at the hospital. It was Boca Regional. Now at Boca Regional, they said, what's she have? I said, she has Medicare. They said, okay, great. What supplements she have? I said, well, here it is. And they said, perfect, we take that. You know how much was covered? Everything. Everything was covered because I got the right one. You know what the woman at the billing counter said to me? Thank God you got this, because most people come in and they don't even have a supplement, and they're going to have to pay 20% and all this stuff, and they only get the treatment because the doctors don't even want to do it because they never get paid. I said, holy shit. I said, really? She goes, yeah, they have to wait months and months and months for Medicare to go reimburse them for the 80%. And she's explaining this to me. She goes, what do you do for a living? I said, I sell healthcare. She goes, well, good thing. She goes, now, the treatment center, they only take the best of the best, and that's this. She says, they're going to cover 60 days over here in the treatment facility. I highly suggest you go there. It's up in Delray, the best doctors. I said, you sure they're the best? I said, I don't care if I have to pay out of pocket. You don't have to pay out of pocket, sweetheart. You're already covered. You're good. You're not like the others. You made a good decision. Oh, thank you. So I got patted on the back for something that I do for a living by the billing clerk. Do you know how much more confident that made me feel in what I do for a living here, Mrs. Jones? And that's the same level of treatment I want to do for you. I want to get you the right plan before something happens, not after it happens. Because I don't want to have the story of you being the other people that she was talking about. I want you being the story of my mother. God forbid, I don't want you in that situation, but God forbid if it did occur. That's the reason why we have health care. Knowing that you're covered. And today she's walking around and everything's good. So I'm happy about it. I want you to have a good story, Mrs. Jones. I don't want you to have the latter. Does that make sense? But that's what you're going to have with me compared to somebody else, the good ones. Now, I'm good at what I do, Mrs. Jones, because I help people. I'm the best at what I do because I do what other people can't do, and that's think before it happens. So more importantly, here's what we need to do moving forward. Does that make sense to everybody? That's you putting them inside your shoes. We have to start to do that, which you're allowed to do in sales. Our team here has become so accustomed to not selling that you're forgetting that placing people inside of these stories and letting people know where you are with your conviction, with your NWAM, still waiting for it, Hugh, with all these things, you need to understand the processes. Now, once again, you have to remind them about this one medical event is number one cause for bankruptcy. How you're not using that every day is beyond me. It should be in every single pitch. It should be canned. It should be canned. Matter of fact, coined that term today. That 60% of the people had health insurance, Mrs. Jones. 60% of those people are probably sold by 60% of all the other ones that we don't sell. Because we sell about 40% of the market. Mrs. Jones, we're the biggest and the baddest for a reason because we do right the first time, not the second. Because in healthcare, you don't get a second chance. You only get one. Hence why that statistic is true. That bankruptcy statistic. Now, Mrs. Jones, you tell me which person you want to be. Number 1 or number 2? I know which one I want to be. Getting into the next one, guys. As we pace and lead somebody, what does that mean, Caleb? What does it mean?
Pace and lead somebody.
Pace and lead.
You guide them through.
Guide them through?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Basically, you're telling them, you're leading the conversation. You're pacing it with your tone.
Take a look at Caleb right now. Take a look at me. What's similar?
Posture, back here.
Yeah?
Hold it, drink the can,
Both in your pocket, hands
in
in
your
your pocket.
pocket. Mirror.
Both relax.
You're mirroring with them.
You're aligning with them.
Very good. So in face-to-face sales, you have to do what's called pacing and leading somebody, but you have to mimic their what? Their body language, their tonality.
Speed.
Saying?
Cadence or speed.
Cadence. Very good. And demeanor. What occurs with that?
Comfortability.
Comfort. What?
Familiarity.
Familiarity. Very good. Huh? We're scared of things that are not like us. Period. End. You are. If I took you guys to where I grew up in New York and New Jersey, and I walked you down the street, 99% of you would feel very uneasy. You just would. Because you're not used to it. You don't know. You know what's around the corner. You know who the people are. You will feel uneasy. If I took you to Harlem, you would feel very uneasy. Like you put on a persona, but it's fake. Why? Because you're out of your what? Element. Thank you very much. If I walked you around your neighborhood where you grew up, how would you feel? Comfortable, because you know what? You know the environment. You know what to expect, what could happen, what's what, where's what street is fucking Maple Street. You know where it is. You're not lost. You're not going, all right, who do I got to watch out for? How do I walk? What do I do? If I took you guys down to Medellin and you had fucking Rolexes on and you had your iPhone out,
Gonna get you.
what do you think, bud? What do you think? You think they're going to be all right? Fucking gringo with the cell phone now with the Rolex? Probably not all right. Probably not. But you have to go understand your what? Your environment. You have to understand where you are, and that's called pacing and leading. When you're over the phone, you have to understand what your consumer is and who they are. Just like I was talking about in the last meeting, which is mirroring your client, you have to pace and lead the conversation. Now, what does that mean? As Caleb and I speak, and I'm starting to copy him and mimic him, he's doing what to me? Looking at me. And he's comfortable. So now all of a sudden I take my hand out of my pocket and I switch. He may do it too in a minute or two. Now all of a sudden I have to get that client where? On my pace. So in order to get somebody else to join you, you have to join them first and then all of a sudden start to rope them in. And so say, all right, Danny, I get it. I know how you speak. I get it. And then you start to mirror that, pace it, and then you begin leading, and then you start asking the questions. Does that make sense? Hugh, what does NOAM stand for?
Needs, wants, authority, ability, motivation.
Oh, thank you. So now you go into, which he's incorrect with ability, but you go into the next word. Let's just go all the way down to money, right, for NOAM. How do you get the money out of somebody that's unmotivated?
Tell the story.
Huh?
Pain. The reason for them to buy. Pain. So you get away from that.
Find them.
Selling point. Pick at it.
Selling point. How do we get the money out of these people?
Disturb them.
Huh? Who?
Disturb them.
Very good. Oh, you reading?
No.
No? A little bit? You know that part?
I know that part.
Okay, how do you disturb a prospect outside just did? How do you go disturb them after the story when you still have to convince them by pacing and leading? Now all of a sudden you're leading them, you transformed it, now you have to ask questions. How do you disturb them?
Bringing up their loved ones.
Choices they made.
Choices they made? Oh, shoot. Danny, this is not available for you, man. I'm sorry. The one I wanted for you, it's not available.
Take it away.
Now what happens?
They want it.
They want
Fucking
even more.
want it. They want it more.
Everybody wants what they
Could want it more, huh?
Everybody wants what they can't have.
Or they want
What are they gonna? Very good, Nicole. What are they gonna ask?
What can I get?
What else is that?
Well,
Why isn't it available?
thank you, Brett. Why isn't it available? Why not? Why not? Car salesmen do this shit all the time. They place an ad and they put a car out. You call them, what do they do? The fuck is that?
It's not on the lot anymore.
Logan's father's a car dealer. What the fuck is that? Right? Huh?
Sold it already.
Sold it already. Then what do? This is why they go call for price. Whenever you see call for price, that car ain't available, motherfucker. Right? Another car is. Call for price. Well, it's not available. We don't have that. But we do have a few others. Right? Well, what are they? What do you have? What colors are they? All of a sudden now the prospect's asking buying questions. But go back to healthcare and you say, shoot, man, that United Healthcare plan that I was telling you about, that one's not available here. I don't know why. Answer it for them, and you have to start to understand what they're going to ask. I don't know why. Do you mind if I put you on hold for one quick second? Just let me get my manager. Let me ask him. Mrs. Jones, I have an in. Don't even worry about that. I can go bypass this. I can get you into that plan. Now, my manager knows somebody. Our systems, we can look that up. There was an issue. The feed, I got it. Don't worry about it. It's there. Oh, really? What does that do? And I'm not telling you to do that every time. I'm telling you when you have that prospect that you just can't sell, what does it do? Quick. Draws them in, huh?
Makes them feel relieved.
Okay. All the questions that they had before are now gone. That I need to speak to my husband. I need to think about it. They're all gone because now they were worried about, oh, wait, that one plan that we were just talking about is not available. Oh, now, okay, cool. Better jump on it, right? How else do you use that? Quick. Quick. How else do you use it?
Packages.
Packages. Very good. Very good, Nicole. How?
You tell them that we have an exclusive package going on right now since the last couple of days of open enrollment. Most of my clients are deciding to go with our elite package. That includes dental, vision, accidental medical expense, and a fidelity. The reason I say that, Mr. Jones, is God forbid anything were to happen to you moving forward. Obviously, you want to be able to go get your teeth cleaning, get your eye exam, most importantly, and also...
Now cut your pitch. Now cut your pitch.
Quite sure if I can give you that.
I don't know if it's available in your area. I have to check. Hold on, but before I put my foot in my mouth, let me go check on this. Why do you have to create interest this way?
Create urgency.
Create urgency. I'll take that. Yes. Huh?
Everyone wants what they can't get.
Everybody wants what they can have quick. What else?
Create a reason for them to need you because now you're solving things others can't.
Very good, Dom. I wish you did that on the phone. You're creating a reason for them to need you. Very good. Because you're solving a problem other people can't. What else?
I might not be
Limited
able to
time
get
off where
this
they have to
later.
take advantage, not quit.
You're making them think that their needs are
They
their
don't want to
wants.
be
Say again.
You're making
Say
them
again.
think that their needs are their wants.
Which is the point of the meeting. Very good, Shannon. Right in the beginning. People want things, but we have to sell them what they need, right? And Shannon just said what again?
You need to make them think that their needs are their wants.
Okay, very good. Now you have this prospect who's disturbed. You solve the hurt because people don't buy stuff unless they're wounded. You have to solve the hurt. People do more to avoid pain than to gain pleasure every single time. So you have to do that with your consumers over the phone. Sell them on avoiding the pain than gaining the pleasure. Gaining the pleasure was, hey, we have this new upsell package and here's what it is. Oh, wait a minute. I don't even know if I can give that to you. Well, why not? What is that? It's okay. I didn't want it anyway. Hold on. That can be done. Sorry about that. Okay. When you do that and you take something away, then you give it back, people feel a void, then you just filled the void. If I call in and I say, no, man, I really want that black vet. I want that Grand Sport. It has to be 2011. That was my car back in the day. That's what I want, and that's what you guys had in the ad. I don't have it here. I mean, we have the forest green. No one drives forest green, dude. Like, I want black. Can you look for black for me? I can look for a black vet for you, but I don't want anything else. I want the black vet. Okay, if I find you a black vet, will you come in today? Is that when you want to do it? And all of a sudden they're doing all that for what reason? Because they got the fucking black vet, or they can go get one at the dealer down the street. Happens all the time. You come in today, I can go ship it in from Miami. They have one in Miami and a lot, I'll have it towed here. Okay, I'll see you at 3. You understand? Because they made you discomfort. And all of a sudden they go, oh, no, let me heal that. I got it. I can find it for you. I'm working for you. Now all of a sudden you find it, and in your head you're going, this guy's so fucking full of shit, whatever. But you still go. You still go. Matter of fact, when I bought my 2011 Grand Sport, all the way back in 2011, I was with my first wife, and we sat there, and she was arguing with the guy because he wanted to sell me this red one in a lot. And I do not like red. And I go, I don't want it. Fucking forget it. Just let me order it. Well, that's going to take 3 months. Oh, here we fucking go. I said, I'll wait the 3 months. Well, we do have some other ones that, it's not everything that you wanted, but, we can, take some things off that one and then put it on this one. And my ex-wife's a fucking shark, dude. And she goes, okay, well, if you do all that, we'll get it, but you're going to have to take $5,000 off. She would just say shit, not knowing anything. And he's like, well, I'll see what I can do. And she was a better negotiator than me. The guy delivered the car a few hours later to the lot. They took the rims off the red one. They put them on this one because I didn't want shiny chrome. I wanted the black. And they took the black off that and put it on mine. And he goes, here you go. And holy shit. How did that solve my problem?
Gave you what you want.
Very good. And what I needed. Do you understand that? He said, you don't have to order it. We can give you this one, which is not everything you want, but we can take the pieces off the other ones and give you clothes. Now is a sale. Now think about your healthcare sales. No one's ever going to get everything they want, will they? It's fucking impossible. It really is. I want this doctor, this medication, this, that, da, 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 da. I want all these things fucking done. You're never, ever going to get 100%. It's just not going to go that way. It just won't. You have to add some salesmanship in there, don't you? Okay. So then we go down here. The question of why. Shane went on in a meeting yesterday, and he was saying, you always have to ask questions. Okay, great. But why? Write that word down. Guys, you are allowed to walk in the fucking room. You don't have to stand over on the other side. You guys can come in. You can clock in, please, right? You can do all those things so there's not a line after the meeting. But I want you to write down the question of why. If you don't know how to spell that, it's not why. It's W-H-Y with a question mark. Everything that somebody does, you go, why? Why do you think that way? Why do you think that is? Why do you want that plan? Why do you need that doctor? What else do you need covered? Why? Why do we need to do this?
It opens up different questions.
Huh?
It opens up different questions.
Opens up different. Q, why?
Clients to tell us how to sell that.
Oh, you're asking your clients, how do I close you? How do I close you? I need to speak to my husband. Well, can you tell me why you feel that way? Why is that? I don't know. I need to think about it. Can you tell me why? I'm just interested. I like to learn from my clientele, Mrs. Jones. Just interested. Well, I don't know. I need to shop around. Well, why do you feel that way? Why do you feel the need to shop around? Can you tell me a few points about this plan that you didn't like? Can you tell me what you did like? Can you tell me what you would shop around for? Can you tell me if that plan would look similar to the one that we just went over? Could you tell me if the plan would, I don't know, begin with a different name like Molina? I don't know. I'm just interested, Mrs. Jones. I like to learn how people think, and I like to give people what they want. So that's why I like to really ask them why they feel a certain way. Can you tell me that? Was it something about me? Well, no. Okay, well, if that wasn't it, and the plan's not it, what would it be? What wouldn't you understand about the program that I can better explain for you? I know I get a little too off in the weeds, Mrs. Jones. Sometimes I go a little bit too fast for my consumers, maybe a little bit too slow. Can you tell me what I can do better for somebody else? Okay, excellent. Can you tell me what the perfect plan would look like for you? Can you tell me where your price point would be? And I hate using that word too, Mrs. Jones. It's a really bad word inside the sales practice. But just tell me where it would be, because I want to work with you and I want to make something work for you too. So, can you tell me why? Why is the best question the best word you can ever use inside sales? And any conversation. Because you can keep any conversation going. Dom, how you doing? Why? Why is that? You can't complain? Why is that? You see how you can just keep going with the conversation and just annoy the fuck out of somebody, right? But don't they feel compelled to answer? Yeah. So think about that. On a dinner conversation, the waiter, we got some specials. Why are they special? Well, this is what we have tonight on the menu. Well, why is that? What else is on the menu? Oh, well, what do you want to eat? Well, why? What? You can fuck somebody up all night with that shit, right? It's like talking to Brett. You just like, fucking forget it. I want you all inside your sales conversations to understand these things and say like or dislike and why. Why do you want that? Why don't you want that? Why would you want to go with me? Why don't you want to go with me? Why did you go with your last agent? Why didn't you go with your last agent? Why would you want a plan in which you're going to have a $20,000 deductible? Why do you want a plan that's not going to work for you, that you're probably going to cancel and be pissed off at me in another 3 months? I don't want that. Do you? Why do you feel that way? You can keep going on and on and on. Remember, sales is psychology, everybody. And if bankruptcy is caused by healthcare, you have to sell the right plan beforehand, and you have to do these things to give people the right plan, because they're buying what they want. You have to sell them what they need. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
If it doesn't, let's leave you with this. The convincing strategy. I need you to convince yourselves first before the client of the plan that you're pitching. If you don't understand the plan that you're pitching, you cannot convince somebody else that you do know. And you don't know if that plan is going to work for them. How many different plans are there in the marketplace for Medicare? Hundreds? Hundreds? Does everybody understand them?
No.
Isn't that an issue?
Yes.
How do you best understand a Medicare plan? Read it. Isn't that fucking nuts? So as you're pitching a client, you can teach yourself in the same way. Yep. But you have to pitch it in a way that makes it convincing of why. Mrs. Jones, this plan has blah, 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 blah. Why do you feel that would work for you? And that gives you breathing room then to go read down the other benefit structure. And then all of a sudden you read the rest of it and you go, why do you think that would be good for you? Do you think you can use those? Do you think that's better than what you have? Because I do. Tell me about it. You can do those things inside of a Medicare call. If anybody in here tells you you can't, they're fucking lying to you. Yes, you can, as long as you cover the what? Disclaimers, right? As long as you go over it. Now in ACA, you're allowed to go tell people the same thing, because we have hundreds of plans inside of that too. You're allowed to go through it. Why do you think that would be a benefit to you? Do you see yourself using a plan like this? Were you aware that this is one of the hottest companies inside of the country today? Were you aware this is one of the hottest products being sold? Can you tell me how you can best utilize this? What benefit do you think you would use as you go study the plan? Because if you don't know the plan, you can't what? Sell it. Or you guys can just go scam somebody and just go give them a name and get their social and date of birth and then wing them over to a fucking e-cig. That's not a sale. That's why 60% of your shit falls out. It's not. It takes an extra few seconds to sell somebody. Does that make sense? Yes. Yeah? Hugh, what's NWAM?
It's needs, wants, authority, you said not ability.
I don't know. Did you Google it or did you ask Shane? You better call Shane. He's in the meeting. He's in this meeting right now. Better go call him. I want everyone to go find out for me what NWAM stands for. NWAM starts with an M, or you go NWAM. Find out what it means and use it today, because that's exactly what we went over. Makes sense to everybody? Yes. Yeah? So if I called out somebody right now and asked them, to pitch me using what we went over today, who could do it? Raise your hand. I fucking love you. I know you can. I know Brett, fuck off. No one else? Shannon, my managers? Yeah, you, Yoff. Let's go. Come on.
I wasn't here for that.
Yeah. That sucks for you. You're going to have to start the pitch quick. Start the pitch. Ring, ring, ring. Inbound. Hello?
Good morning, Mrs. Jones. How are you doing today?
Good. My name is Michael. Ring, ring, ring. Hello?
Mike, you were transferred over to me because you must have fact checked Medicare Parts A and B. Is that correct?
No.
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 Let me ask you a question, Mike. Are you over or under 65 right now?
Over.
Over 65? Then
Yes.
You must have fact checked Medicare Parts A and B. Unless, do you currently have coverage through your employer?
No.
So you're a veteran?
Who are you?
My name is Jacob Yoff. I'm a licensed insurance agent. I don't even need your full MBI, Mrs. Jones. I can pull you up partially. What is the last?
Stop right there. Who are you? Quick. Quick! Who are you? Hello? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Senior managing agent here. Give me a clear.
Who are you? Who are you, Casey?
To your question,
Okay, I'll go into it. What?
the answer to your question, Mr. Jones.
Okay, I like it. Come on. Who are you?
Senior benefits coordinator.
I'm the leading agent in the East Coast.
Somebody says, who are you? Don't just say your name. Who are you? Mr. Jones, I'm here to help. Now, more importantly, let me ask you a question. I understand that you may be confused about your Medicare benefits. Do you have the Medicare card? Obviously, you have Medicare. Is that correct? Yes. Do you have A and B? Yes? Beautiful. Is that a clear, definitive yes, Mrs. Jones? It is. Beautiful. So again, my name is Mike. I'm over here now. Now, more importantly, what I want to do is walk you through a process. It's going to be very simple, and I'm going to explain every point of the way, so don't worry. I know you're uncomfortable. You don't know me. I don't know you. That's the start of any relationship. Now, more importantly, let me ask you, how you doing today? How come you guys are so scared to be salespeople? Aren't you in fucking sales? Yes. So be a salesperson. I'm quiet when I'm with friends, but you put me inside of a sale, I'm the loudest motherfucker there because I want your money. You understand that? I want you to buy what I'm selling, so I'm going to give you my all. I'm going to give you my ups and my downs and all the way around. You guys have to learn how to speak and speak with conviction and know how to answer. Know how to answer, know how to develop needs out of the wants and the wants out of the needs. It's very fucking simple, isn't it? Yes, Mrs. Jones. Now, more importantly, what I want you to do is listen to me, not to anybody else. Why? Because I'm the best at what I do and the best at what others can't do. Now, more importantly, from here, I want you to hold my hand. I'm going to walk you through an easy process, the process of healthcare. I'm going to get you insured today. That sounds, it's going to work for you, not against you like these other guys. Let me explain something to you. See, insurance is sold two ways. It's sold cheap and or it's sold good. Which one do you want? You probably want both. Is that what you're saying right now? I can't do both, but I can do one. What one I'm going to do? I'm going to do cheap, but I am going to do good. You just said I can't do it both ways, but now I just did. Why? Because I'm the best at what I do. Now, more importantly, Mr. Jones, just talk fucking fast. You guys understand? Talk with your tone, talk with tonality, talk with conviction, talk with charisma, and all of a sudden you'll start closing people. But if you guys just keep pitching like Yaffa over here, and you don't know what to say, you just give it a name, you're just one of the what?
The other people.
Fucking cattle on the field. You will get slaughtered. You will. Run away from them. Be who you are. Be a salesperson, guys. All right? Let's tear it up.